I'm going to be building a PC today, so I got this StarTech mat right here to build it on. This mat comes rolled up here, so I'm just reversing it. I'm just reversing the way it was rolled up here to try and get it to flatten out here. Looks like the white part is the top because it's got the clamp on there. You clamp this to some metal, like if you clamp this to the PC case, then that'll help disperse any static electricity. So I just got it rolled up backwards here. You can see what it looks like. It's a nice white mat here. It's tan on this side and then black on the other side. It looks like the static electric here, clamp here, is attached to the white side. So the white's the top and the black's the bottom. You can see what the material looks like there. And there's the little clamp there to clamp to the PC case. So I'm going to go ahead and set this mat down, and then I'm going to take the PC case out of the box and disperse the static electricity, and then I'll be able to get started with my PC build. You can see here the corners are still a little bit sticking up there, so I'm just going to roll the corners a little bit more and try and get it to flatten out there. Maybe roll the corners a little bit tight like that. Same thing on the other side here. So that way the corners won't be sticking up. We don't want those rolling up and be in the way there. We don't want, okay, that looks good. I like that. That seems pretty flat now. So it's very pliable. We got it flat. Now I can dump the PC case out here. I'm working in my dining room here, and I have the tile floors, so there shouldn't be a lot of static electricity in here. Floor in the dining room, there is a little bit of static electricity on here, so I'm not going to work on that. But this tile floor seems like it's just all stone, so this is a better place, I think, to build with less static electricity. My den area here has really thick carpet, so I don't want to build on this thick carpet right here. That's why I'm in the kitchen there where there's all the tile. So I'm just going to dump the PC case down onto this mat right here. Looks like there's a box of parts here. I'll just put that off to the side. It looks like these little cardboard slots are in the way here. So I'm going to just rip those out. So I got those out of the way. These little things were up in the styrofoam and they were blocking it from coming out. All right, so I got the box off of there. They say this is where most of your static electricity is going to be. I just shocked myself just by touching it, but this whole thing's very static electrical here. So I'm going to get the styrofoam and the plastic and everything off of here and disperse the static electricity. Yeah, I can feel the static electricity on the styrofoam here. So this is very static electrical. Some people will say to assemble your motherboard and your PC parts and everything before you get to the case, but you want to get rid of all the static electricity. So I think doing the case first would be best. But I can just feel this, my hair standing up here, just being close to all the styrofoam. So I'm definitely going to get the styrofoam out of here. Yeah, I could just feel my hair standing on my arms. This doesn't feel so bad. I think it was mainly that styrofoam. All right, so it looks like the bottom is here. This is the bottom of the case here. The bag could have static electricity on it too. All right, so I got the case here, and I'm just going to dust off any static or styrofoam or whatever that I got here that may have some static electricity on there. Looks like a few little more bits of styrofoam here. Get all that off of here. That styrofoam sticks to everything with the static electricity. All that little styrofoam's there. All right, so here it is. I got my PC case on my mat here. I'll go ahead and show you how the mat's holding up. You can see a few dents on here from where I dropped the case down. So yeah, better the dents on the mat than on my table, because I'm working on my dining room table here. And then we can just attach this right here to the back of the computer. Just attach it to a bolt right there. And now that should disperse the static electricity. All right, there you go. There's the StarTech mat here. You can see it's got the little disperser right here. This connects to the mat to reduce the static electricity here. Like I said, it is a little bit curved here. I did have some issues with it being curved, but it will flatten out. This is my first time using it. And then you can see here, there's some dents in it where I set the computer down. So that is a good thing there because it's on the mat instead of the table. It also comes with some instructions right here. It says StarTech there, and then it's got all the instructions here. The 1, 2, 3 there tells you everything about it. And then it's got all the different information on here. It says it's anti-static mat. It's got a ground point and a grounding wire with an alligator clip. So that's right here, the grounding wire, and then there's our alligator clip there. All right, so there you go. There's the StarTech anti-static mat. Yeah, this thing looks pretty nice. Now I got a nice good place here to build my computer. Works really good to set the tower on here. So I got the tower set down here, and then I can set some other parts on here as well, and I can start building the computer. So yeah, if you're looking for an anti-static mat, the StarTech one looks pretty nice.